Hello students, today we are going to start a new subject, that is EVS, that is Environmental Science of the class 5. Now students, the first question that arises in our mind कि हमें environmental science होता क्या है and why we require to study this subject. So बच्चे, environmental science means हम एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग जब इंटरैक्ट करते हैं हमारे एनवायरनमेंट के साथ, हमारे सराउंडिंग्स के साथ, दैट इज कॉल्ड एनवायरमेंटल स्टडीज और एनवायरमेंटल साइंस. Now we'll be studying, or you commonly know this subject as EVS. Okay. Now students, before starting this chapter, let me ask you some things. Students, you know this environmental, how you should interact with your environment. आप सपोज आप और आपके फ्रेंड यू आर वॉकिंग आफ्टर दिस लंच एंड योर फ्रेंड हैज थ्रोन अ रैपर ऑफ अ चॉकलेट ऑन द ग्राउंड. आप क्या कर सकते हो? यू कैन डू थ्री थिंग्स आउट ऑफ इट. आइदर यू कैन इग्नोर दैट रैपर एंड मूव, गो ऑन योर वे. सेकेंडली, you can pick up that wrapper and throw it in the dustbin and then you can move on with your friend. और तीसरी चीज आप क्या कर सकते हो? You will have be telling your friends कि भाई ये ग्राउंड पे आपने जो रैपर फेंका है, it will be polluting our environment and it is not good for our environment, and you will ask her or him to pick up that wrapper and put it in the dustbin. So इनमें से सबसे अच्छी चीज कौन सी होगी? The third thing, because आप अपने फ्रेंड को एजुकेट भी कर रहे हैं कि how he should behave with the environment. So this is what we'll be learning. And because this environment gives us so many things, you know, this environment gives us air, which is used for breathing and everything, and how this air is given to us by this plants. So we should know now how to protect our plants and how these plants interact and what we can do to protect this environment or protect this trees around us. Next is, you know, water. Water is a part of the environment, and each and every one of us require water. Okay, क्या आप पानी पिए बिना रह सकते हैं? You may not survive without this water for a very, very long period of time. And this water, as it is used for so many purposes, you know, it is used for bathing purpose, it is used for drinking purpose, cleaning purposes, so, and also for making electricity. So water is used for very, very numerous things. So we should know how we should protect and preserve our environment, or how we humans should behave with our environment. So this is the subject that we are going to start. Okay, so without wasting our time, we will be starting the first unit, and the unit first is our surroundings and culture. And the chapter 1 of this unit is understanding our relations. Now students, understanding our relations. Now what is the importance of studying relations in EVS? बच्चा एक बार बताओ, सिर्फ और सिर्फ environment के साथ humans का interaction नहीं होता, we interact with other humans also. So हमें ये भी पता होना चाहिए कि how we should behave in our environment. This is our environment also, because this humans interact with humans is an environment, it's a social environment. So we should know how we should interact, or what is the norms of the societies are. That is, हम society में जो रहते हैं वहाँ किस किस टाइप की चीजें होती हैं. So first thing we'll be discussing are relations, because humans are social beings. है ना बच्चा, हम लोगों को friends चाहिए, we need friends to play with us, भाई जिनके साथ हम मस्ती कर सकते हैं. So we need relatives or relations जिनके साथ हम हमारी सारी बातें शेयर कर सकते हैं. We can share every thought of ours with them. So this is the chapter which we are going to start. Now students, you know, are you in a relation? The first question that arises in our mind, are you in a relation? Yes, you are in a relation. Your mother and your father are in a relation of marriage by choice. Then you and your sister or your brother, younger brother or older brother or whatever, are in a relation with you by birth. Okay, because your mom and dad has given birth to both of you. So इस वजह से आप दोनों क्या हैं, एक relationship में हैं of the sibling of your brother or sister or sister or brother by birth. Okay. Now, suppose this you are also in a relationship with your friends also, and this relationship is by a choice because you have made your own choice, and you are married friend with whoever you are friends. So this is one of the relations. So every one of us is in a relationship. So we should know what are the relations and how this relation works. Okay, so without wasting our time, let me do this. There is a dialogue going on during the lunch break. Let me write down the heading, that is during the lunch break. Okay, students, now during this lunch break, there are two friends, Sanjana and Salma. They are used to study together in a school. वो दोनों school में साथ पढ़ते थे. And this Sanjana was very sad one day. And one day Salma asked her, "Why are you so sad today?" So Sanjana said, "My mother health is very bad." And Salma said, "Don't worry, we will sit together in the lunch and we will discuss about the health and talk in detail about the condition of your mother, and auntie will be get soon very fast." So during the lunch break, there was a conversation going between the Salma and Sanjana. We'll be discussing that conversation here. Now, Salma says, "Yes, Sanjana, tell me what happened to your mother." So this Sanjana, she replied, "Mom has high fever since yesterday." And Salma said, "Did you take her to the doctor?" Sanjana replied that yes, the doctor has prescribed medicine to my mother, and my aunt and grandmother are taking care of her. Then Salma said, "You need not worry as you live in a joint family." Now Sanjana was replied that yes, all my family members live together, grandmother, grandfather, uncles, aunt, and their kids, we all live together. So Salma replied, "Yes, you need not worry at all, as everyone in your house is taking good care of your mother. She will be fine within 2 to 3 days. I have only my father, mother and younger sister in my house." Now बच्चों, अगर हम इन दोनों की conversation देखें, so Salma and Sanjana, they are both discussing different things. So Sanjana की मम्मा की तबीयत खराब है, and she's suffering from this high fever. Now, when she's suffering from this high fever and the doctor has prescribed this medicine, so उसकी मम्मा की जो care है, the aunts and उनकी grandmother ले रही है. So this Salma said कि अच्छी बात है कि you have this family members, you live in a joint family जिससे आपकी mother की care कर सकते हैं. But मेरी family में तो मेरे मम्मा पापा and मेरी छोटी बहन ही है बस. So this is how their relationship is. So on this basis of the discussion, we can come across that there are two types of families are there. So types of families. So there are, according to the discussion going on of Salma and Sanjana, we can classify two types of family. One family is of nuclear family, and the second one is joint family. Okay, so these are the two types of family. Now students, this nuclear family and this joint family we'll be discussing. So first we'll be discussing this nuclear family. अगर आप अपनी फैमिली में, आपकी फैमिली में, दैट इज आप एक घर में रह रहे हैं, उस घर में सिर्फ आप रह रहे हैं, आपके मम्मा रह रहे हैं, आपके पापा रह रहे हैं, एंड मे बी योर ब्रदर और सिस्टर और मे बी योर पेट ऑल्सो, so then this family is called your nuclear family. So you can see there is an image given in your book of the nuclear family. Now we'll be discussing what is joint family. So this was the family of Salma, okay? ये सलमा की family है. So Salma lives in a nuclear family. Now we'll be discussing joint family. Joint family is a family when in one house, that is one single house, आपके grandfather रह रहे हैं, आपकी grandmother रह रहे हैं, आप रहते हो, आपके मम्मा पापा रह रहे हैं, आपके aunts and uncles जैसे चाचा चाचीज, ताऊजी ताईजीज, and उनके बच्चे रहते हैं. that is your cousins live there, so then that family is called joint family. और ये family किसकी है? ये संजना की family है. Sanjana has this joint family. So you can see there is an image given in your book of the joint family. Okay, that's a very large family, consists of many people. Now students, this is about the two types of family. Now family is very important. Now what is family? Now we have discussed what is a relation. Relation is a thing that describe a nature of thing between two persons. And what is family? Family is a group of people who live together in a single unit. Okay? Now, there is a chart given in your book, that is you have to draw a table in your notebooks and complete it. So there are some family members written out, that is grandfather, grandmother, elder uncle, elder aunt, that is tauji, taiji, father, mother, younger uncle, chachajis, and younger aunt, that is chachijis. So you have to write where they live. Are they live with you or they do not live with you? And by giving this answer, you will be finding out that do you live in a joint family or in a nuclear family? Okay, so बच्चे in nuclear family आपके parents ही होते हैं जो आपकी care करते हैं. Suppose if your mother is ill, if you live in a family like of Salma, that is आप nuclear family में रह रहे हैं. Suppose आपकी मम्मा की तबीयत खराब हो गई, so क्या होगा? Your father have all the responsibility. वो आपके लिए breakfast prepare करेंगे, वो आपको school के लिए prepare करेंगे, then वो आपका lunch prepare करके देंगे. He will be preparing the lunch of himself also. फिर वो क्या करेंगे? मम्मा के लिए medicines लाएंगे, मम्मा के लिए उनका जो भाई she is ill, so she has needs, require more attention, so उनके लिए उसका specialized food बनेगा. So सारा काम पापा के लिए करेंगे. So he will be have so many burden on him. So this is how this joint nuclear family is. So because there are only parents to look after the kids, so they have more burden. But not in joint families. Joint families में क्या होता है बच्चा? Where everyone take care of each other and in the upbringing of kids. That is, in the upbringing of the kids, everyone take parts. अगर आपकी मम्मा की तबीयत खराब होगी तो कोई बात नहीं, आपकी ताई जी या चाची जी आपकी help कर देंगी. So that's how this work in joint family. Okay. So students, this is very important that we should know that which type of family we live. Now, बच्चे ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि nuclear families are bad or joint families are bad. Everyone has their own importance attached to it. Now students, this on this discussion, this family is very important to us, because this family gives us so much love, affection, and gives us moral values which we attach to it. Suppose आप morning में उठते हैं, so every family teaches you everything. Like आप अगर कभी किसी को गुड मॉर्निंग नहीं कहते या नमस्कार नहीं कहते या इन मुस्लिम्स सलाम नहीं कहते, so what happens, your elders always scold you ना कि भाई बच्चा नहीं मॉर्निंग में उठ के या कोई भी आपको जब बड़े दिखते हैं, you have to wish them. So this is the mannerism that is cultivated by the family. These are the values that the family provide to us. Okay, so this is the types of family. Now students, we'll be discussing the next topic, which is a family tree. Let me write down, then we'll be discussing this. A family tree. Okay. Now students, as you can see in your book, that Sanjana has made a family tree, and this family tree, there are two sides. That's Sanjana, that is self, then Jagdish, her father, then Motilal, grandfather, then Andaram, that is her great grandfather. Similarly, on one side she has drawn this Sanjana, then her mother Ritu, then her grandmother, that is Kamla, then her great grandmother, that is Dapubai. Thappu bhai. Okay, so we'll be discussing what is family tree. Now, what is family tree? Let me discuss this. Family tree, बच्चा वो relation depict करता है which you have with your family members. Okay, and there will be and also all the relationship. Okay, so we will be moving this family tree. So I'm giving you general layout of a family tree first. So first of all, you will be there. Okay, and along with you, what comes? So हमेशा family tree बच्चा क्या होता है? Downwards से upward move करता है. So I'm showing from you, but you can show from side also. So let me draw wherever you want it. Let me draw from this side. So it will be clear to you. Suppose there you are there. Now you have your mom and dad. That is your father and your mother. Now your father, let me complete this father side. आपके father side में भी आपके पास एक दादाजी और दादी जी होते हैं. So there is your grandfather and here it is your grandmother. This is called your dadaji. This is called your dadi ji. Okay. Now let's come to the mother side. Similarly, on your mother side, you may be having your grandfather and your grandmother. That is your Nanaji and your Nani ji. So this is the general family tree. Now students, you know this side, the father side is called your paternal side. जो आपके relation होते हैं आपके parents की side from your father side, that is called your paternal side. So this is your paternal side. Okay, and the relation you have from your mother's side is called your maternal side. So this is your maternal side. Okay, this is your maternal side. So this is one of the example और this is general layout of a family tree is there. इसके आगे भी आप अपने great grandfather, great grandfather किसी को भी add करना चाहें add कर सकते हैं. And if you have a brother and sister, you can add them also. Okay, so this is the general family tree. Now I'll be drawing a family tree of Rams. Okay, we'll be drawing a family tree of. I'll be taking a general example. And suppose that person is Ram and we'll be drawing the family tree of Ram. So you will have a general idea कि आप एक family tree किस तरह से बना सकते हैं. Okay, so let's draw the family tree of Ram. So first of all यहाँ पे कौन आएगा? Ram आएगा. So Ram तो Ram ही है. So let's draw this. Now, the name, we will be drawing the one maternal side and one will be paternal side. So, let's complete this. Ram के mama papa का नाम लिखेंगे. Now, the name of Ram's mother and father is, the name of Ram is Mukesh and Ram's mother is Geeta. Okay? Now, students, this Mukesh is the father of Ram. So you will be writing the relation of Mukesh in the bracket. Similarly, Geeta is the mother of Ram. So you'll be writing the relation of Geeta and Ram in the bracket, that is mother. Okay, because आपको पता तो होना चाहिए ना कि relationship क्या है. Now we'll be drawing this paternal side first. So this is the paternal side. Okay, this is your paternal side, that is जो family आपके father के side के relation होंगे, and this is your maternal side. Now we'll be doing the paternal side first. Now मुकेश आपके जो father है उनके भी मम्मी पापा होंगे. Let me write down the name for you. So the name of this Mukesh father is Mehul, and suppose the name of the mother of Mukesh, that is your father, is Jaya. Okay. Now we'll be writing the relationship also. So in the bracket you will be mentioning the relationship of Mehul and Jaya with Ram. Now अगर हम मुकेश का family chart बनाते, that is राम के father का family chart बनाते, then we'll be writing the relation, that is mother and father. But अभी हम family chart राम का बना रहे हैं. So we'll be writing the relation the Ram have with the Mehul and Jaya. So Mehul is the grandfather of Ram. So we'll be writing grandfather. और most specifically बच्चा हम यहाँ लिखते हैं paternal grandfather, because ये paternal side के हैं. So we'll be writing paternal grandfather. So this is the relationship of Mehul with Ram. Similarly for Jaya we'll be writing, now Jaya is the grandmother of Ram, or you can say that Jaya is the dadi of Ram, or you can say Jaya is the paternal grandmother of Ram. So we'll be writing the relationship of Jaya in the bracket, that is paternal grandmother. Okay, so this is the relationship that Jaya has with Ram. Now we'll be writing the relationship. This completes your paternal side. Now we'll be writing the maternal side of your book, or of the Ram's family. Now this Geeta also has some family members, and the family members of Geeta are, okay, so Geeta की मम्मी पापा का नाम लिखेंगे, that is the mother and father of Geeta, that is Ram's mother. Now the name of Geeta's father is Sandeep. Okay, and the name of Geeta's mother is Neha. Okay, now we'll be writing the relation what Sandeep and Neha have with your Ram, not with Geeta. So Sandeep is the grandfather of Ram, but more specifically Sandeep is the maternal grandfather of Ram. So we'll be writing in the bracket maternal grandfather. Okay, so similarly we will be writing for Neha. Neha is the maternal grandmother of Ram. So maternal grandmother of Ram. So this completes a family tree. Now this is your paternal side and this is your maternal side. So students, you can make your own family tree like this also. So this is how we will be completing our family tree, or you can make your own family tree like this. Now students, this Salma, when she go back to his home and she asks that, Papa, why don't we live with our grandfather, grandmother, uncles and aunts, and why we cannot live in village, or why you cannot work there? So students, nowadays nuclear family is not a trend, but it's a necessity also, because आपके पापा का suppose job है city में, so he have to move on to city. So आपको तो आप घर पे अकेला नहीं छोड़ सकते ना, in maybe or in your hometown or at a village. So he has to take you and your mother along with you and take you to a place other than that. So that's why आजकल nuclear families are more and more common nowadays, because nuclear families can be easily moved from one point to another. So other cases or other reasons of division of joint family is because suppose the number of family members are so many that they cannot live in a house, so they will be moving out in separate houses. Maybe your habits do not match with the other family members, or behavior, or maybe because of financial problems that you may not able to live in a single house. So this is the reasons why we are separating out, and nuclear families are more and more forming nowadays. And because of this, this formation of families or change in the families, now the pattern of festivals, celebrating festivals is also changing. Now you're celebrating of maybe Diwali and Eid and this Lohri in different ways, other than your parents. Ask them that how they used to celebrate their festival and how you are celebrating your festival. So now I'm going to give you some questions that you all have to do according to yourself, or you can take the help of your parents or other members of your family. It's a fun thing. बच्चा आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन अगर हम देते हैं तो अगर आप करते हो, सो ये हमारे लिए नहीं होता, इट्स फॉर यू कि भाई आपको एक गाइडलाइंस मिलता है कि भाई आपने क्या सीखा एंड व्हाट यू हैव लर्न एंड हैव यू लर्नड एनीथिंग और नॉट. ओके, सो आई विल गोइंग टू गिव यू सम क्वेश्चंस. The first question is, do you live in joint or nuclear family? Okay. Next question. Who are your neighbors? Who are your neighbors? Okay. Do your neighbors live in joint or nuclear family? The next question is, draw your own family tree in your scrap book. ठीक है बच्चा? So one thing you will be doing, that is you will be answering this question in a notebook or in a scrapbook. The first question is, do you live in a joint family or a nuclear family? Next, who are your neighbors? Do your neighbors live in joint or nuclear family? Now, next question is, draw your own family tree in your scrapbooks, and you can use different colors or you can paste pictures also. Okay, so this is optional. I'm writing here, optional. Paste picture of your family members. जैसा हमने राम का फैमिली ट्री बनाया था, वैसे ही आपको आपका अपना फैमिली ट्री बनाना है. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. What are the reasons behind the formation of nuclear family. And the last question is differentiate between joint family and nuclear family. So students, you will be doing this question with the help of your parents or other member of your family members. Maybe you take the help of your dadajis or your dadiji or your elder brother or your sister, your uncle, aunts. जिसकी भी आप help लेना चाहते हैं, you will be doing this questions. Now we will be starting a next topic.